I am sure you will be fine.
Fine? You're sure I'll be fine? Gosh, thanks for the vote of confidence, Inigo.
Forget I said anything. Sorry, Julian.
It's Lucian.
Lucian, yes. What did I say?
Julian?
My apologies.
Apology accepted. Right then, Indigo. Let's get back to it, shall we?
It is Inigo, not Indigo.
Exactly.
Point taken. I do not know about your skill with a blade, but your intellect is clearly sharper than most. Glad to have you with us,
Lucian!
Lucian, yes, Lucian. I am sorry.
You're doing it on purpose now.
You were in Sarthorn, yes? It has come to my attention that something was found there. I know full well that you have. Please do not insult my intelligence. Tolfdir is still there now, is he? I shall expect a full report when he returns. It is my job to know these things. My role as advisor to the Archmage is aided by knowing everything that transpires here. Thank you for your help. You may go now.
I'm not sure I like the look of that Ancano chap. Valmor are hardly trustworthy at the best of times, and that one seemed particularly shifty.
Lost! What is it? Ah, the tests. Oh my! Attack! Fall to my blade! Let it be a lesson to others. Did you hear something? Please let me out of here. You have to let me out. They're going to do something awful to me. There's a lever right there in the center. Please help me. Yes. Did Archmage Arin send you? He sent you to rescue me, didn't he? See? I knew Arin wouldn't leave me in here. Hurry and get me out of this cage before they come for me. I don't have them anymore. She took them. The collar. She's the one who put me in here. Please, let me out of here. Don't leave me here. Thank you. I promise I'll help. And then I'll go back to the college and I'll beg them to let me back in. Yes, of course. I said I'd tell you, didn't I? The caller will have them. She was most interested in one of the volumes. Although not interested enough to keep me from being locked up. Oh, you've saved me. Thank you so much. Who knows what they'd have done to me if you hadn't come along? I promise I'll help you get out of here. Uh-huh.
Serves the idiot right for buggering off with college books.
And begin. The necromancers. Be careful. Lost!
So you're the one who barged into my home and laid waste to my projects. How nice to meet you. So you're just one of Arin's lackeys. That's disappointing. You show real promise. You come here, kill my assistants, disrupt my work. You've annoyed me, so I don't think I'll be giving you anything. Are you attempting to threaten me after I've been so hospitable? Well, then you won't be leaving here at all. You're dead!
What do you need? All right then.
Well, everything worked out nicely, didn't it? Yes, you certainly do. You'll be going back to the college then. I think perhaps I'll wait a bit before venturing there myself. Let this whole thing blow over, you know. Give certain parties a chance to forget what I may have done. Still, you've got me out of that cage, and I won't forget it. Thank you again. And good luck to you.
Well, well. And you seem to be in one piece. Thank you. I'll look these over and inform Mirabelle if I find anything relevant. Night of Tears, eh? I remember this one. Well, isn't that interesting? Did you read it yourself? If I recall it correctly, that has some interesting implications. You should mention that to Toldir. And here. I suppose you've earned these. Hundreds of years have gone into a Very funny. Did Enther put you up to this? You? Really? An Elder Scroll? I would be honored. Beyond honored to have such a thing here at the college. This opens up entire new realms of research for us. Oh, if only Septimus were here to see this. Thank you. Please, take this. It can't quite compare to an Elder Scroll, but still, you will be remembered for generations for this. Until next time.
How are you doing, my
Keep
friend?
an eye on Ancano. You can trust a Thalmor lackey about as far as an anvil can jump.
It doesn't matter how long I spend here. I will never master magic of any kind. Back to business.
Hi!
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope. Did he now? Does he have information about our wonderful discovery? Ah, yes. Well, I'll be sure and stop by the Arcanium later. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the markings. They're quite unlike anything we've seen before. Ayleid, Dwemer, Daedric, not even Falmer. None of them are a match. Quite curious indeed. Now, I'm not sure that you're quite as attuned as I am, given my extensive years of experience. But can you see that? This marvelous object, it practically radiates magicka. And yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage Aaron is already hard at work, and hopefully we'll have more information soon.
I'm afraid I must
No,
intrude. It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruptions.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go. Really? Well, allow me to clarify the situation. I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Psijic Order here in the college. More importantly, I'd like to know why he's asking for you, specifically. So we're going to go have a little chat with him and find out exactly what it is he wants. Technically, that is true, but I still report to the Aldmeri Dominion, and I cannot ignore this situation. Don't worry. You can return to your petty squabbles and meaningless research as soon as this matter is resolved.
Please do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. It is good to meet you in person. I'd simply like to talk to you. I've given us a chance to speak privately, but I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with. I'm afraid it's not that simple. You must understand the Psijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm all too aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Ancano, your Thalmor associate. Nevertheless, my order will not act directly. You must take it upon yourself to do so. As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided. We believe that your efforts should be directed towards dealing with the aftermath, but we cannot predict what that will be. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlane here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours. I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
I'm sorry. Were you about to say something?
Well, what is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here he is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly I should not be here. I shall simply take my leave.
What? What trickery is this? You're not going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
We will see about this.
Well? I take it he stopped time and spoke to you again. What did he say? Dunlane. That's in High Rock, isn't it? And they have an augur. How curious. Did the nice gentleman say where you would find said augur? Really? I'm surprised we haven't been introduced. I suppose we'd better ask around and see if anyone knows where to find them.
Uh-huh. This is a beautiful building, and not as cold as I thought it would be. If you need anything else, just ask.
Yes? You're very well read. I envy that. As a child, my education had always been focused on the art of war first. I think now I'd like to catch up, expand my mind a little. I'd appreciate it. Certainly makes quiet nights by the fire more interesting.
Hello, my love. Back from some adventure, I bet. Yes, my love? What do you need? We have a cozy little profit. Here. This is your share, love.
Ma took me to the market. We saw this huge fish. I bet even you couldn't lift it. Hey, Pa. Take care.
Hi, lady. Hello, tiny human. Is it true that you kill deer and eat their hearts?
No, that's what I do to people. Deer hearts aren't as tasty.
What? Seriously?
Well, I suppose I quite like the human liver as well, but I'm not entirely sure I prefer it over the heart.
Get away from me!
Here I am.
Holmes, I at Holmes, you backbiter. Give a crippled worker a helping hand. The bloodiest beef in the reach.
Jewelry in all of Markarth. Silverbloods tax everything now that they run the city. I got some wonderful jewelry. Come back if you need a new ring or necklace.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Fresh meat for your stomach?
I'm right behind you.
You want a cut of venison or mutton? Well, of course you do.
You go on ahead.
Redguard craftsmanship in every piece.
I just don't understand. Where else could they be?
I'm sorry, Mirai, but I really don't know where else to look. I think we should start considering that maybe they aren't in Skyrim.
What? That doesn't even make any sense. Why else would they tell me to come here?
I don't know, kiddo, but I know your mother and I can't think of any reason she'd leave you without so much as a word.
So, what? Are you saying they abandoned me? Or they're dead? That they decided I was just too much trouble and left?
Mirai, you know that's not what I meant.
I just don't get it. Wait,
What? Is there something else?
never mind. Listen, I have an idea. I need you to do one more thing for me.
Mirai, I really don't think there's anyone else to look.
Whenever we visited Skyrim, we stayed with a friend of his. I need you to go find him. He must know something.
You mean Junin? Mirai, are you sure about this?
Of course, I think I remember he lives in Rorikstead or Falkreath. I'm not sure, it's been a while. Please, just do this one last thing for me. I have to stay here in case they come back. I need to ask him some questions. If you can, bring him back here.
Okay, I guess I'll start with Rorikstead.
He shouldn't be too much trouble. Just send word when you find him. And Shin? Thanks. Yes? What do you want? Oh, right? Excuse me, but who are you? Well, aren't you just a saint? Do you go around asking every Nord if their sweet roll is warm enough, if their bed is fluffy enough? Or do I just look particularly helpless to you? What? The dainty little girl can't do anything by herself? I've managed for the better part of a year just fine without your help. I think I'll survive another day. Am I supposed to believe you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart? That there's nothing else you want from me? I don't have any gold to offer you, and there's nothing else I'd be willing to give. But why? I don't think I've ever met someone so concerned with other people and not want something in return. Why are you so persistent? I'm actually starting to believe you're genuine. Anyone else's patience would have run out by now. You're really not going to drop this, are you? Look, I really have nothing to offer you, so don't come back expecting a reward. I guess I should at least give you a chance then, shouldn't I? Okay, if you really want to help me that bad, I do have something you can do. There's a spot a little east of here I used for fishing. I left something there, and I just want you to bring it back. It's nothing valuable, so don't think you could just run away with it, but it's still important. I'll mark it on your map, so just bring it back to me when you find it. If that's all, then. big deal is?
We are not going through this again, Mirai. I told you to stay in your room.
No! This isn't fair! Why can't you just let me have a normal life like everyone else?
That's enough, Mirai. One more word out of you and the trip is cancelled.
Ugh!
I'm right behind you. I'll head back home if you need me.
Yeah? That's it. Give it to me. I figured you would. I'm not surprised. I might as well ask then. What do you think? Funny, I figured that out a little while before you showed up. After the attack on Helgen, no one seemed to shut up about dragons. Eventually, I overheard a word I was familiar with, Dova. The problem is, I have no idea what the other two words are, since I didn't really hear them well enough. Look, this was a nice chat and all, but I've said enough. It's really none of your business. Can I have my book now, please? Thank you. This is very important to me. I know what you're thinking. Well, why didn't you get it yourself then? Well, that's really none of your business. It's not like it was going anywhere. I was just in a rush, because I remembered Shin was supposed to be back today. Either way, I really should take better care of it. Yeah. I've known him forever. He's an old friend of my mother's. He's been an invaluable help. I don't know where I would be without him. Something. Why don't you ask him yourself? You're all for doing stuff for free, right? Well, I sent Shin to Rorikstead to find someone, and, well, he's already done so much for me. He could probably use some help. Never mind, just go to Rorikstead and talk to him. He'll have something for you to do.
Julian?
Yes, Indigo?
Tell me something fascinating to pass the time.
Well, legend tells of a powerful sorcerer known as Lord Cluttermonkey, who so coveted material wealth that he was cursed by the gods to spend eternity in a magical warehouse full of, well, clutter.
Wow. I will enjoy that piece of information for as long as I can persuade it to stay inside my skull. Many thanks. Your words are a tasty meal for the mind.
It's my pleasure, Inigo.
Your perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter. I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. Those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek. Like others before you, you blindly follow a path to your own destruction. The Thalmor came seeking answers as well, unaware they will be his undoing. Your path now follows his, though you will arrive too late. The one who calls himself Ancano. He seeks information about the Eye, but what he will find shall be quite different. His path will cross yours in time, but first you must find that which you need. You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your Archmage.
That augur fellow must have been quite the mage to do that to himself. Anyway, next on the list, the staff belonging to Magnus himself. Easy.
Mm-hmm. This place smells like forgotten manners and black magic.
Ah, you found a copy of it. You know, I could try my hand at learning some of this dragon talk. Can't be too complicated. And I'm starting to think it'd be pretty useful around these parts. Alright then.
What do you need? Oh, not much. Only that he was the architect of the mortal plane. Nothing special. When it was forming, and he and the other gods realized Lorcan had tricked them, he fled to Aetherius, tearing a hole in oblivion. Naturally, that hole became the sun. And because a bunch of other lesser gods followed him, they made holes of their own, the stars. Cosmic vandalism aside, it's rumored that Magicka is actually the remnants of his power. Oh, there have been staffs of Magnus kicking around since the Second Era, usually wielded by heroes saving the world. Whether they're all the same one is hard to say. In any case, they're extremely powerful, as you might guess. Let's go.
Is it true what they say? There was a dragon held captive in Whiterun, and you released it? By the gods, man. Why?
For murder and conspiracy against Skyrim and her people.
Until next time.
Get out of my face. Finally, it's about time Zanen sent someone else to get me out of this wretched hole. Just get me out of here already. For absolutely nothing. The way that Nord was looking at me, if I didn't get him first, the second I turned around I knew I'd have a knife in my back. I swear, if you saw the way he looked at me, you would have done the same.
Word is spreading like mage fire. A little coin always greases the wheels. Gold solves most problems, doesn't it? You've done well.
Is that what goes for a city guard these days? I think I felt a little tickle. How do you know that name? Wait, you know where she is? You weren't hired by Zonen, were you? What could she possibly want to speak with me for? Who are you? Why did she send you? The dragon? With Mirai? That girl somehow managed to enlist the help of the Dragonborn. Forget it. If Mirai wants to speak with me, then take me to her. I may be getting older, but if I can make even the Dragonborn nervous, I still got it. A day away, then. I should speak to her as soon as possible. I'll follow you. Just lead the way. Mirai! How did you manage to get the Dragonborn to help you find me?
The Dragonborn? What are you talking about? Junin, shut up for a second. Do you know where my parents are?
Is that what you wanted to speak to me about? Mirai, your father... Your father has been worried sick about you. He'll want to know I found you.
Found me? I wasn't hiding. I've been waiting here for months. Exactly where he told me to. You're telling me he didn't think to look for me here? And why are you acting so strange? You've never called me by my name before. It's always the girl or Skeever or Runt. And your attitude is different. Everything is different about you.
But you're still the same paranoid girl. Can you drop that act for 1 second? What would I lie for? What do you have that I could possibly want, Runt? Just keep your mouth shut and I'll take you to him.
Wait, where's Shin?
Shin? You mean Colin? That worthless sack of meat your mother calls a friend?
Shut up! He is more of a man than you'll ever be. Wait, is my mother with father?
Yes, they're not far. I can take you to them right now, but we could also use your friend's help.
She is? Then yes! Take me to them right now.
That's what I like to hear. Whenever your friend is ready to come, we should go.
Okay, I'm coming, but first... Hey, thanks for your help so far. But I need another favor. I'm a little nervous going alone anywhere with this brute, and, well... I don't do this very often, alright? Just come with me. What? I hope you're joking. I told you before, I have nothing to give you. If all you want is a reward, just forget about it. You need to work on your comedic timing. Now is really not the time for jokes. Are you coming or not? I'll say it again. You're a really strange person for doing all this for me. But thanks. I've never seen this place before, but Junin insists he's here. I don't know. This is all so suspicious. But why would Junin lie? I know how much my father trusted him. Whatever, we're already here, right? What could go wrong? I doubt any of my father's friends would hurt me. But you, on the other hand. Just kidding. I'll make sure no one lays so much as a finger on you. If my parents are in there, I promise you'll be safe. Just stay close. Are you ready to go inside? I'm actually really nervous. I don't know why. Junin, what is this place? Why is my father here?
So many questions, like a child. Your father and I invested in several mines in Skyrim. This is just one of the older ones. You know how many people your father employed. This is just the easiest way to keep them all in one place.
Father never mentioned
Zelrig, I brought the girl. Get out of the way.
You brought her here?
Things have changed. I'll explain myself to Zanin, not you.
I hope you know what you're doing, Junin, for your sake. Mirai, it's good to see you again. Your father has been searching for you.
So I've heard.
And who is this you brought with you?
A friend, and he's coming with me.
Huh? Oh, he's the one who found the girl. Zanin will want to see him. He'll want to reward him.
Zanin is not going to like this, Junin.
Let me worry about it. Just open the door already. Your father's going to be very happy to see you.
He has a lot of explaining to do. No!
Kill him! He has some valuable information for Zanin.
Get those idiots off of him!
What do you want?
I'm so sorry!
Junin, what is the meaning of this? Why didn't you just dispose of the vermin? Does it look like we have food to spare?
He was helping her, Zanin, and they were getting close. I had to stop the girl from digging around any further.
That girl's perseverance never ceases to amaze me. But that still doesn't explain why you simply didn't get rid of him when you had the chance.
There's one more thing, sir. He's the Dragonborn.
What? The Dragonborn? Him? Incredible. Perhaps I can even forgive your earlier imprudence with this. What luck. Maybe we won't even need the girl after all. Stay with him and tell me when he wakes up. I need to speak with him.
All right.
Who am I? I'm Mirai's father. Didn't she ever mention me? My apologies, Dragonborn. I had not planned any of this. It just sort of happened. What is she to you anyway, Dragonborn? Why are you helping her? Why go through so much trouble for a little Breton brat? Has she promised you riches? Or perhaps you were swayed by the batting of her eyelashes? The power of a pretty smile is undeniable when it puts even the Dragonborn under its spell so effortlessly. Despicable. Whatever your reasons, you have intruded on something far greater than you could have ever imagined. You can make this easier on yourself if you simply answer me honestly. Were you the only one helping her? Is it so odd to want to know with whom my daughter associates? She's a special girl, Dragonborn. My one and only daughter. I will not have my legacy squandered away by some imbecile looking to pluck her petals. She will always be my special little girl. Now answer my question. Were you the only one helping her? We'll find out if you're lying soon enough. I hope for your sake it's the truth. Very well, Dragonborn. You have been cooperative, and as such, I'll keep my word. You shall be treated accordingly. You should sleep for now, Dragonborn, as tomorrow will be an eventful day for you.
Hey, are you awake? I'm so sorry about all of this. I have no idea what's gotten into my father. They didn't hurt you too bad, did they? I promise, I'll get you out of here. Just come here, I have a plan. Me? I'm fine, you idiot. You're the one with the bump on your head. How can you be worrying about me at a time like this? Oh, and when were you planning to tell me that you're the Dragonborn? I thought Junin was trying to pull something when he told me. My father left with Junin and a whole bunch of his men. The halls are practically empty aside from the one at my door. One guy is not enough to watch me. Anyways, I thought this is probably the best time to get you out of here. We should be able to easily sneak past what's left of my father's men, but if we're caught, we should just be careful. Oh, right. I got this key from my dad's room. This should work. Barely any room in those cages.
Is someone there?
Nothing can stand in my way.
It's nothing.
I shall see of thee in Sovngarde.
A very different smell from the ones that usually feed me. Tulkova and Mamindok.
You hear that too, right? I'm not imagining this. It's speaking to us.
Newswiru Korav, Kiel Dudist. I'd recognize that stench anywhere.
Hey! I've been running around in this nasty cave. It's not my fault.
Olsen Knoll, Kiel Dudist. Able to understand our tongue. What is it you seek, young one?
Are you not speaking Tamrielic? Because that's all it sounds like to me. But, honestly, I just wanted to see a dragon up close, and you're so big. Can I ride you?
Ulstrahal Arx Molinal. If it were not for your smell, I would never guess you were his daughter.
Can we stop talking about how I smell now?
If you seek to aid me in my freedom, the Sky Door is the only manner of escape.
Why haven't you tried to escape on your own?
The small ones are very deceitful. If I were to try and break down any of the walls, the cavern will crash down upon me. If you're able to free me, perhaps I can return the favor in some other way.
A dragon owing us a favor might come in handy. So, well, let's see if we can get that door open. Yes? What? No! Whatever he was saying sounded normal to me. Could you not understand him? Well, I can't. I wouldn't even know how to say hello in Dragon. Like I said, it all sounded normal in my head. Maybe he was using some sort of spell on me, I don't know. Maybe it's something we can ask him about later.
I see patience is not your forte. Yes, of course, as I said, so it shall be. I invite you to my nest to meet more of my kin. There I may properly reward you. Travel southeast and look upon the peak where Pascane are hiding. I shall wait for you there. Yes, welcome, small ones. There's just one thing I have yet not mentioned. My kin, they do not speak the common tongue of yours, or rather, they're not very fond of it. Are you able to speak Dovazul? Then you are to introduce yourself and your relation to me, to my kin. Do not disappoint me.
He can't cross Savik Dardithran, Ganazand. Anak Domaking. Doralo Dinox. Noxi Domaking Su'u Mitoran Hiya Irid.
We just wanted to help. I know what it's like to be separated from family.
Molosi.
Ulake Malafax Rek Los Mondodist.
Ek Favostray Drun Ekut.
Movies Heave Ek Jaril Ek Rek Ket Ni Dal Bahamok.
Zuokorva Shilos Vilut Movies Hirk. Wannehi mind ek unrot. Rekvis von mir. Milos Trozan movies mek.
Do you know how to speak Dovazul, Meal?
Dragon? No.
You have the power within you, just yet to be released. I can teach you a few words that will help, which also may serve as your reward.
How do you know so much about me?
I knew your father and the power he wields. A special power was passed on to you. It is a different power from the Dragonborn. Not the Thum, but the Lovas. Speak these words, and either of us will come to your aid. Speaking these words will also further your powers, the more you do so. Hilvazen, your enemies are our enemies. Yes, there is one more thing, Dovahkiin. If you will further aid us, come speak with me.
Let's go already. Mom, what are you doing here? Mom, what happened? What are you doing in Skyrim? Why aren't you with Father?
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry about all of this, but I had no other choice. You shouldn't have left for Wayrest on your own like that. When you left, I discovered something. Something horrible.
What do you mean? What's going on? Does this have to do with why Dad's acting so strange?
Do you trust this person?
Yes, of course. Don't worry about it. I trust him.
Okay, Mirai. Well, I suppose you had to find out sooner or later. But Mirai, there's something you need to know about your father and me. Mirai, we're not your real parents.
What? What? No. No way. There's just no way. You've always been there for as long as I can remember.
You were very, very young when you came to us. Your father and I, we couldn't have children of our own. So when you came into our lives, a little miracle, I always loved you as one of my own, whose blood you shared made no difference to me. I know this is all so sudden. I knew I'd have to tell you someday, but, well, things have changed.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
It's your father. He's the reason I had to get away. The reason I had to get him away from you. I had to lure him away, so I took something from him I knew he'd follow me for. Then I ran to the only place I knew with friends I trusted. I didn't want to leave you alone, but I couldn't stay in High Rock. I thought you'd be safe as long as I lured him away from you. I thought I'd be able to come back for you within a month, but things got difficult. With civil war breaking out, and then even an invasion of dragons, I couldn't believe my luck. Then I found out you were here in Skyrim and being led directly to your father. Things got complicated. I had to act. I set up a diversion to lead your father and his men away and give you a chance to get out of there. I wanted to keep you safe. I wanted to resolve this on my own without you ever knowing, but it's too dangerous now, and you need to know what's going on. Mirai, your father, he's planning something. I think he's trying to kill you.
I break someone out of prison, I find out I'm adopted, and now my father has some plan to kill me? There's just no way this is all real.
This isn't a joke, Mirai. When you left, I discovered terrible things about your father.
I know this isn't a joke, Mom. But what am I supposed to say? I knew he was acting different than usual, but you're saying he wants to kill me? I'm sorry, but this is all just a little bit overwhelming.
There's more. There were these books. Some sort of record that kept track of everything you did. Who you spoke to, what your ambitions were, what you liked, what you despised. My stomach dropped. I was so confused. Then there was a different book. The journals kept mentioning this special book, this black book. I found that he wanted to get you to read this book, but he didn't specify why, just that you had to do it willingly. There it was, just looking at it gave me this terrible feeling. It was locked with magic, so I couldn't read it, so I knew I had to get rid of it. The problem was, no matter what I did, I couldn't destroy it. It wouldn't burn, it wouldn't get wet. It was protected. So I did the next best thing. I tore it into pieces and managed to sell some of it to Delric. The rest I gave away to anyone who would take it. Then, a page I hid away myself.
This is all so... I just can't believe it. Yes, I can't just sit around here and do nothing. I need answers. If I'm going to find out what this was all for, I need to do this. I know what my mother said, but I can't let her do everything for me on her own. I need to confront him myself. I'm sorry you got involved in all of this, but it's your own fault. So take responsibility. Now that my father is after you too, you should come with me as well. Don't get any dumb ideas. It's just easier this way. My mom mentioned she sold a piece to Delric. I know him. My dad would buy things from him all the time. He should be in Winterhold near the college. We should look for him there and see if he still has it.
Yes?
It's so cold.
Yes? Yes? Book? I have plenty of books. Care to narrow it down more? Ah, you must mean these old Daedric artifacts I've just come upon. Very rare find. I'm a little reluctant in parting with it, if not for the right price. 1,000 gold and the pages are yours. These are Daedric artifacts. There's no way I'm parting with any less. I should warn you, there's some strange magics attached to that piece. Whoever wrote it didn't want just anyone to read it.
What is it? Let me see it. I think so. It's hard to breathe. My chest feels so hot. I think so. No, you idiot! I just couldn't focus, and as soon as I tried, there was this flash, and I got a blinding headache. I'm guessing that flash is what you saw happen. But, this headache won't go away, and I think I'm seeing things. Am I hallucinating? Wait. I think it looks like more pieces to the book. Yeah. I see them. Surrounded by ice. Underwater. In a cave in the forest. I think I know where they are. This is way too specific to be just in my mind. Whatever this page did to me, it's attracting me to the other pieces. I think I can lead us to them. I feel almost magnetized to it. What do you think? Should we go find them? Okay, I'll show you where I'm being pulled on your map. We should go as soon as possible. Need something? Right here? Okay.
Good to see you. I'll be right behind you. Let's go.
What is on your mind? I guess I better stand up then.
Something on your mind? Guess we better get going.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary. Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking? I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it. They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere. Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power. No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mzulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Of course. If anyone can find the staff of Magnus, it's the Synod. How could they resist something so shiny?
What do you want? Don't take so long next time, okay?
It's snowing!
I can see that, Lucian.
But it's exciting!
We're in Skyrim. It's always bloody snow.
I know! Isn't it great?
Every day I understand you less and less.
And you love me more and more.
What is it? Remember to take care of yourself.
Do your worst. Problem solved. Excuse me.
The woodlands here remind me of home.
Let me see it.
Cyrodiil.
Let's hope this one is less violent. Yeah, but it still hurts. I hope they don't all do this. Maybe if we put the whole thing back together, it won't blow up in my face. There has to be a reason why my dad wanted me to see this, right? Let's keep going. Lead the way.
Yes, my friend. No, nothing at the moment.
Did you hear something?
Fall to my blade.
Let's do this. This is what we were born to do. Depressing.
What is it? Okay, hand it over. Why am I doing this again? Yeah, that wasn't so bad at all. I don't feel any different. How noticeable is it? What? No way! You're exaggerating! I kinda like it. It makes me look fearsome, don't you think? I wonder what the next page will do. Lead the way.
Find apparatus in oculory. Look at those machines.
You think this place is abandoned?
Incredible.
The oculary, eh? Now that sounds worth the best hit. That was exhilarating.
Me? Scared? Huh? What? No. Of course not.
Ow! Barely a scratch. I got worse.
Let's take a moment to rest. That injury looked bad.
That was fun.
Memory.
Not even a scratch.
Yes, my friend. Mr. Dragonfly is bursting with excitement. He is enjoying this adventure very much.
Kaiden's not so tough. I reckon I could take him. If he was blindfolded, that is. And tied to a chair. Bye for now.
Looks like the Synod got ahead of themselves. Guess that's what happens when a school spends more time trying to gain political influence instead of actually learning anything. Poor sod probably couldn't cast his way out of a paper bag. It's not. I just happen to dislike politicians more than I do warlocks.
Gavros, is that you? I'd almost given up hope. Let me get the door. What the? What are you doing here? What have you done with Gavros? It was the Falmer, wasn't it? Curse them! They've ruined everything. If Gavros is gone, there is no hope. He was supposed to return with the crystal. Without that, all our efforts are wasted. And you, if you're here for treasure or wisdom or anything, I'm afraid you've wasted your time. It didn't work the first time. I tried to tell Gavros, but he wouldn't listen. No, it won't be too cold, they said. Well, I was right, wasn't I? Focused completely wrong by the time we got here. The cold had warped it. Gavros had to cart it all the way back to Cyrodiil. left the rest of us here to fend off the damnable Falmer. I don't know what sort of help you expect from me, but if you can actually find the crystal, I'd certainly be grateful. Are you? Well, I'm afraid I can't help you with that. I need the crystal to do anything useful, and I don't have it. All right, then. Please tell me you found the crystal. So you did. I was almost beginning to think Gavros had gone and gotten himself killed just to spite me. Well, with the Falmer skulking around, I can't very well do this on my own. I guess you'll have to come with me. I'll explain on the way. No matter what Gavros said, this was my idea first. The Council is going to know that when I get back. I was the one who thought of using this oculory. I don't know what the dwarves called it. Something unpronounceable, I'm sure. From all our research, it seems they were intent on discerning the nature of the divine. This machinery, all of it, was designed to collect starlight, and then, I'm not sure, split it somehow? It was my idea to replace one of the key elements with our focusing crystal. Months of enchantments went into it. Let's just hope they got it right this time. Magnificent, isn't it? Took an incredible amount of work to get it running again. Now I'm hoping it'll all be worth it. Place the crystal in the central apparatus, and we can start the process for focusing it. Should be lit up like the night sky. Something is creating an incredible amount of interference. Something in Winterhold, it looks like. What are you playing at? Is this some attempt to stall my work? So what is it? What have you done? Did you know what we were attempting? Are you here to make sure your plan worked? That our efforts have been for nothing? Well, explain yourself. You and your college have ruined years of my work. I've lost colleagues and friends to the Falmer, and you want me to calm down? How did you do it? Either you're lying to me, or you have something at your college, don't you? Something immensely powerful, beyond anything I've anticipated. What is it? The Eye of Magnus? Well, I suppose if that means what I think it does. Well, that's interesting. Yes, the staff. Interesting. I can't explain the details. That would be giving away many secrets the Synod have learned over the years. Also, I doubt you'd be able to comprehend the details. Have you seen the orrery in the Imperial City? It was the inspiration for this idea. Instead of projecting the sky, we project all of Tamriel, and then harness the latent energies to overlay the positions of... What's important is that all of this work was designed to reveal to us sources of great magical power. Purely to help safeguard the Empire, of course. And yet, in the end, only 2 locations have been revealed to us. One is your college. The other, well, that can only be Labyrinthian. So, mage from Winterhold, despite your intentions, I've beaten your little game. Even if all you've said here is lies, I know you have something in Winterhold the Synod Council will be very interested in. So fine, trudge off to Labyrinthian in search of your staff. I shall return to Cyrodiil and deliver my full report to the Council. This is not over, I assure you. Am I? I think I've discovered more here than I could have hoped to. Your trickery won't confuse me. I think we're done here.
What do you need?
Labyrinthian, indeed. A fitting place to hide the staff of Magnus. And on my list of places to see.
You got what you came for, didn't you? Go then, back to your college.
What would you have me do? How can I help you, my friend? It will be done.
Half your size, twice as deadly.
Another textbook example of skill and grace.
Rather surprised at how much the adventurer life seems to be growing on me. Exciting things tend not to happen to the Flavius family. Not many of us, anyway. I mean, Mother fought in the Great War, granted, and then of course there was old Octavius way back in the Second Era, but the rest of us tend to live really quite unremarkable lives. I'm rather chuffed to be the odd one out.
I'm not Fred.
Ha! Well, you're not wrong there. But thank you, I appreciate the sentiment, however vacuously true it may be. Oh, well now you're making me blush. Thank you, my friend. That means a lot.
Yes? I guess this is it, huh? Well, we've come this far. Let's go. What? Was that it? A bit anticlimactic, don't you think?
I want it down now. I want to know what he's doing in there. I don't know what he's doing, but he won't get away with it. On Kano, he's in there doing something. Don't know what. We're trying to get in now. I will have his head for this, I assure you. Help take this down, will you? We're throwing everything we can at it.
I knew we couldn't trust that Ancano. I mean, could anything about him shout clearly evil any louder?
I think the college is due for a change in leadership.
I don't know what he's doing, but he won't get away with it. Now's not the time. We need to put a stop to whatever it is that's going on.
What's going on?
Ancano, stop this at once! I command you!
Don't go near him! Are you all right? Can you walk? I need you on your feet. We're in trouble here. Ancano is doing something with that thing, the eye. We can't stop him. I haven't seen Savo since the explosion. He must have been blown clear, and he may be injured. I need you to find the Archmage, and I need you to do it quickly. Get moving.
Well, that was intense. Glad you got out all right as well. Looked a bit touch and go for a moment there.
What's happened? Are you all right? What happened in there? By the Nine, is he responsible for this? The Archmage? Dead? There's more. Something's happened to Winterhold. It must be whatever Ancano did. You need to get out there and make sure it's safe. Quickly now, quickly. I'll find Mirabelle and see if we can't put a stop to this.
If this snow gets any thicker, we won't be able to see 3 feet ahead. Yes? I'll be here.
Ancano has a lot to answer for.
What's going on? What happened in there? We'll go with you, but when this is all over, I want an explanation.
Where does snow come from, I wonder? My brother said it is dead skin scratched from the arms of the gods. Maybe he was right. I hope not.
What are these things? Once was a hero named Inigo the Brave. He saved us all from many a close shave.
Oh, there once was a scholar named Lucian the Bright. He was slight but surprisingly good in a fight.
Let's keep moving.
Well, is everything out there all right? Wish I could say the same for us. Tolfdir and I can try and keep this contained. You need to get your hands on the staff of Magnus, now.
Come on, we're finally here. Let's not waste any more time.
Are we truly sure this is a good idea?
We'll be back at the college before anyone even knows we're gone.
You would care about that, since you're the Archmage's favorite.
Don't forget, this whole idea was Atma's to begin with.
Let's just get inside. See what's in there.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Can you imagine the looks on their faces when we come back?
You keep talking
So
like you're
much
sure
history,
we'll find
these
something useful in here.
Given the history of this place,
It'll either be on a plinth, or wielded by an ancient undead sorcerer lord. Fingers crossed for the plinth.
My blade is thirsting for blood. Ah!
Nobody.
You survived.
Hello?
You have it then?
There.
Let's hope it's as powerful as the city of She didn't make it. When it was clear we were going to have to fall back, she stayed behind and made sure the rest of us were all right. I'll be right behind you.
I'd be amazed if any of us survive this.
We never should have brought that thing here. We never should have brought that thing here.
You think I don't know what you're up to? You think I can't destroy you? The power to unmake the world at my fingertips. And you think you could do anything about it? I am beyond your pathetic attempts at magic. You cannot touch me.
The stab! Use it on the eye!
Enough! Still you persist? Very well. Come then. See what I can do now.
I knew you could do it.
Inigo. Like, really badly wounded. Are you feeling okay?
Take care now.
I will be fine. Thank you for the concern, though.
If you say so. To be honest, I don't know how you're still standing.
I knew you could do it. I don't know. Ancano is gone, but whatever he's done to the eye doesn't seem to have stopped. I have no idea what to do. Now what's going on?
We knew you would succeed. Your victory here justifies our belief in you. You have proven yourself more than worthy to guide the College of Winterhold. The Eye has grown unstable. It cannot remain here, or else it may destroy your college and this world. It must be secured. Ancano's actions prove that the world is not ready for such a thing. We shall safeguard it, for now. You now have the opportunity to maintain your college and carry on with your lives. You have our gratitude, Archmage.
Why do you persist so, Dragonborn? Do you have any idea what you're interfering with? With something much greater than you, her, or even me. Maybe explaining my purpose will sway your persistence. This may come as a surprise to you, but I am not her real father. No. Her real father was killed soon after she was born. Mirai and her family have always been a target for assassins. That's why I was hired to protect them. Mirai is a special, special girl, Dragonborn. The last of her bloodline. Her family descended from a great man. I was one of her grandfather's closest guards back then. It was my job and life to protect him and his family. But I could not protect them from themselves. A few days before Mirai was born, her grandfather had become more and more weak-minded. Whether it was from the stress of having to live a life in secrecy, or maybe even a poison from his enemies, I don't know. The ailing old man eventually went completely mad and attacked Mirai's parents. That's when I came to a crossroads Do I strike him down to preserve Mirai and her family? I found myself unable to act when he murdered her mother, his daughter-in-law, and then finally his son, Mirai's father. When he turned his attention to the days-old Mirai, I had to step in and do what any other man would do despite his duties. There was blood everywhere and echoes of a crying girl. I adopted Mirai that day and raised her as one of my own, vowing to continue my work through her. It was only a couple of years ago I was made aware of another relative of hers, an imprisoned one. He has reached out to me and asked me to return Mirai, and I am simply trying to return her to him. That is all. I assume you're referring to the Black Book. That book is bound to the blood of her family, bestowed upon them long ago. Her relative lives in a special place, a place that needs certain conditioning to enter. Reading that book simply prepares her for her descent. Do you understand now, Dragonborn? All your efforts are to keep Mirai away from her true family. No one will miss her here. No one will know she's gone. She belongs with her family. There is no shame if you simply turn around and walk away. I thought you'd never ask. Perhaps if I tell you his name, you will understand. He is a very powerful man, more powerful than even you, Dragonborn. He is someone I cannot defy, someone you may be familiar with. The Devourer of Dragons, the first Dragonborn, Mirak. That won't be necessary. She is currently indisposed. I assure you she will be taken care of. Just leave her to me. You insignificant maggot! You will not have her. She will bring only pain to you and those around her. If you care for her so much, then trade your life for hers. Your soul would work just as well.
Why are you doing this, Dad? What is so important that you've forsaken your family?
Family? You mean my ungrateful stepdaughter and that meddlesome witch of a wife? Because that's all you are. Merely a vessel. A shell for that wretched heart of yours.
Is my blood really worth more to you than my life?
Not just your blood, but your soul too. Your very existence is extraordinary, and those assets mustn't be squandered. Mirak must return. Your life is insignificant compared to his. As his servant, I must return you to him.
All this time, that's all I've ever been to you. You can't be saved. All that matters to you is that stupid job. And for what? What do you get out of it? Why is it worth my life? I don't care who I am, or what you want. I'm not going to let you trade my life for his. Why must you be so selfish? Why do you have to hurt us like this? Why do you? I don't know. My heart just started beating so fast, and all the heat that's been building up inside of me. I just couldn't take it. Is this it? Is this all you wanted from me? This is worth no one's life. He still has my mom. He loaded her onto the boat already. You have to get her before they sail off. Who knows what those beasts are going to do to her?
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend. Now ain't this a surprise? What's that?
Thank you. Thank you so much for everything. My dad, he's really dead, isn't he?
He is. But I'm still here, Mirai. I know how hard this must be for you, but he was also my husband. We've both lost a lot.
I know, Mom. I'm sorry. Can we just go home now?
Mirai, it's not safe. It's still not over. Your father, Zened, he's not the only one they'll recruit. They won't give up on the descendant of the first Dragonborn so easily. We can't go back home.
You told her?
Why would he want to keep it a secret from me in the first place, Mirai? It's better this way. I can look after you easier.
You've already done so much for me. I don't want to worry you anymore.
I know a lot of things have changed, but I'm still your mother, and all you have left, it's pretty much my job to worry.
So, where do we go now?
Let's just stay in your home in Markarth for now. I don't think many people aside from your father knew about it. It should be safe. If we need to, I have a couple of friends here in Skyrim that could help us.
Okay.
Besides, we might be safer knowing the Dragonborn is looking out for us. I know she was probably a pain in the butt at times, but thank you so much for saving my daughter, and for guiding her through all of this. It's not much, but if we can help you in any way, don't hesitate to let us know. We'll be in Mirai's home in Markarth if you ever need us. Come on, Mirai, we should get going.
Just give me a minute. I need to say a few things.
Okay.
So, not much to say that my mom already hasn't, but I just wanted to say it again. Thank you. Hide, I guess. I know I haven't heard the end of it. As long as the cult stands, they won't stop sending more people after me. Maybe someday down the line, I'll find a way to put a stop to them. But until then, at least I can always count on your help, right? It's not like you got anything better to do. And in return, if you ever need help with anything, I can come along. I might as well put these new powers to use, right? I may not have as many powers as you, but I'm sure I'll go stronger the more time we spend together. We can be shout buddies. What do you say? Well, alright. It's gonna be so boring cooped up in the house all day, so I hope you change your mind. Anyways, I should head home for now. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
You've shown yourself mighty, both in voice and deed. In order to defeat Alduin, you have gained mastery of dreadful weapons. Now it is up to you to decide what to do with your power and skill. Will you be a hero whose name is remembered in song throughout the ages? Or will your name be a curse to future generations? Or will you merely fade from history, unremembered? Let the way of the voice be your guide, and the path of wisdom will be clear to you. Breath and focus, Dragonborn. Your future lies before you. Sky, guard you.
Is he hiding? Sucker. I wonder how long it will take him to realize that I am not seeking. Oh, there you are.
You're dumb.
What? I could not find you. I tried. Really, I did.
Well, if you say so. Yes, my friend.
Home is where your heart is, right? Or is it where you hang your hat?
You are very kind. It is a beautiful gesture. But my debt to you stands. I have not come near to earning your forgiveness yet. Your words bring me joy, but I do not deserve them. I am happy you do not hold my confusion about our past against me, but I cannot say the same. Also, the person I thought you were is dead, because of me. Yet another casualty of my former life. I will know when I am ready to move on, but for now, the guilt I bear still weighs down my heart. Maybe that guilt will be there for the rest of my life. I have a feeling that I am the only one who can let it go. You calling me friend means the world to me. I am honored. You have given me a reason to go on, a whole new life, a chance at happiness. If all goes well, maybe one day I will be at peace with who I am. If that happens, it will be because of you also. You cannot remove my guilt, but you have given me hope. I must do the rest. You are more understanding than most, my friend. Your words lighten my soul, but as far as my heart is concerned, I still have much to repay. Yes, I believe it will. I must continue to readdress my life's balance. I can feel a shift already. You know, we have had a few adventures, my friend, but I will never forget one particular fight. It was the first time I ever came face to face with a dragon. It was wonderful and terrifying. I had been in my cell for quite a while, and it was more excitement than I was used to. As we fought side by side, I became aware that a new positive force was at work in my life. Despite the roaring, the pain, and the unshakable feeling of impending doom, I knew that I would always remember that moment fondly. We were magnificent together. When the battle was done and we stood victorious, I knew I was walking a better path. Thank you for helping me unlock my potential, and for giving my heart and soul a second chance.
Yes, my love? What do you need?
Yes, my friend. If you think this hat will turn me into a master chef, I'm sorry to disappoint you. You'd be better off eating the hat than anything I cook. Goodbye for now.
Good morning, Kaiden.
Good morning, Lucian. Sleep well?
Like a baby. Or a log. A baby log. Yes, like that.
Glad to hear it.
Wanna go somewhere? I guess I could be honest with you now. Go ahead. I have been alive for 17 years. Time just flies by, doesn't it? How old are you? Always watching over me, like a big brother, right? I know I can learn a lot from you. Was that all? Actually, there is. His name is Aldari. He's always been someone I can trust and rely on. I love him with all my heart. He's always so happy to see me, but sometimes he gets a little too excited, slobbering all over me. He's a dog, you moron! What kind of girl do you think I am? Yeah, of course. I know I'm not the center of the world, but I don't do it on purpose. I have trust issues. I know that. I just don't know how to react to people being nice to me for a change. I'm trying to work on it. What about it? Let's see. I have a small frost breathe. I also know how to call dragons. Such a beautiful day. Whatever. Boost! Let's go! Heal! Yeah?